What if I told you that the key to rejuvenating your energy and male vigor might be hiding in your kitchen cabinet right now? Picture this. You wake up and with a gesture as simple as taking a spoonful of a natural ingredient, you kickstart a process that in just a few weeks optimizes your blood flow to a level you haven't felt in years. Your drive increases, your energy returns, and your confidence, perhaps long dormant, awakens with full force. No prescriptions, no invasive procedures, no tough conversations, just a simple morning habit. The most fascinating part is that modern science is starting to validate what ancient wisdom already knew. This natural method can outperform many of the market's most expensive solutions for microcirculation. My name is Dr. Grace. With over 2 decades of clinical experience, I've dedicated my career to guiding men over 60 on their journey to reclaim their strength, optimize circulation, and reignite the flame of vitality. I've worked with thousands of patients, understood their frustrations, and seen them achieve a new phase of well-being they thought was out of reach. The truth is, the solution for robust blood flow doesn't lie in complex formulas or exotic supplements. It's found in a treasure of nature that, when consumed correctly, sparks a true revolution in your health, starting at the cellular level. In this video, I'll reveal this powerful ingredient and show you how 1 spoonful a day can be your greatest ally for full circulation. I'll explain how this translates into more energy, more confidence, and a renewed sense of being yourself. And don't go anywhere, because in a moment, I'll share an additional secret, a small twist in the routine that can amplify these results by up to 3 times. It's something you can implement as early as tomorrow and start feeling the difference. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on the notification bell to never miss another doctor-backed tip designed specifically for men over 60. And if this message resonates with you, write 1 in the comments. If not, write 0 so I know how to serve you better. Now, let's start with the first thing you need to understand: why circulation naturally slows after 60. When you know the real reason behind slower blood flow down there, you'll see exactly why this simple daily ritual can make such a powerful difference. Many men who come to my office in their 60s or older arrive with a common complaint they chalk up to aging. They describe a time 10 or 20 years ago when their physical performance and vigor were a given. Their body responded promptly to intimate moments, and their stamina for daily activities was high. But now they report a significant shift. Their body's response is slower, less predictable. They feel their extremities, like hands and feet, colder, and sometimes uncertainty about their body's cooperation leads them to avoid intimate situations. My first message to them and to you is that science paints a different picture. This isn't just aging, but a specific physiological process that can be reversed. What's happening lies within your blood vessels, in a vital structure called the endothelium. This is the intelligent lining of your arteries, responsible for regulating blood flow through dilation and contraction. Years of exposure to an inflammatory diet, sedentary habits, and chronic stress cause micro-damage to this lining, making it lose elasticity and become narrower. This process is called endothelial dysfunction. It's critical to understand that the body's finest, most sensitive capillaries are the first to show signs of clogging. That's why male performance is often the first indicator that something deeper is happening with vascular health. I often use the analogy of a complex system's microplumbing. If the smallest pipes start to clog, the pressure in the entire system gets compromised. In our body, blood is the vital fluid, and inadequate flow affects everything: your energy levels, mental clarity, confidence, and inevitably, your vigor. But here's the most important and optimistic part: something functional medicine has proven. The endothelium can be repaired. Blood vessels can regain their natural flexibility. And the catalyst for this change isn't a cutting-edge drug, but a simple, powerful element you can start using tomorrow morning, straight from your kitchen. The story I hear in my office is almost always the same. Men come to me after a long, exhausting journey, trying every powdered supplement, trendy pill, and procedure recommended to them. They've invested time and money chasing quick fixes, only to feel frustrated with results that at best, were temporary. I see the exhaustion in their eyes when they say, "Dr. Grace, I've tried everything." But the truth, which I always share with a smile, is that they haven't tried everything. Because most of the time, the simplest, oldest, and most powerful solution has been sitting there, quietly in their kitchen cabinet, perhaps gathering a bit of dust. That solution is pure extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed. And listen, I'm not talking about the cheap, pale oil sold in clear plastic bottles at the grocery store. I'm talking about the real treasure, single origin olive oil, protected in a dark glass bottle, obtained from the first cold pressing of olives. A cornerstone of the Mediterranean diet, revered for centuries not just as food, but as a true natural remedy, rich in compounds that have the power to transform your vascular health. I've seen with my own eyes what this simple habit can do for men on the verge of giving up. In just a few weeks, after adding 1 spoonful to their morning routine, they report a noticeable boost in energy, stabilized blood pressure, and most importantly, the return of a confidence they hadn't felt in years. And science backs this up. The polyphenols, antioxidants, and healthy fats in high-quality olive oil work together to repair the endothelium, optimize nitric oxide production, and restore flexibility to arteries. When your arteries are flexible and healthy, blood can flow freely to where it's needed most, exactly when you want it. Often, this solution is overlooked because it's so simple. We live in an era that's conditioned us to seek complex answers and high-tech treatments. But sometimes, the most profound and lasting changes come from returning to the basics, nourishing our body with what it recognizes and needs to function at its peak. In the office, when I explain the biochemistry behind how extra virgin olive oil works in the body, I see a moment of clarity in my patient's eyes. The question that follows is almost always the same. If it's so logical, why isn't this talked about more? The reason is that we tend to chase complex solutions when the answer often lies in the fundamentals of our biology. The effectiveness of extra virgin olive oil lies in its dual action on the pillars of male vitality, vascular health, and hormonal balance. First, vascular health. The process hinges on a critical signaling molecule, nitric oxide. This molecule instructs your blood vessels lining the endothelium to relax, allowing proper vasodilation and robust blood flow. When nitric oxide production is insufficient, the circulatory system falters, and even the strongest stimulus won't result in a strong physical response. High-quality olive oil is rich in polyphenols like oleuropein and hydroxytyrosol, which are proven to support and enhance the body's ability to produce nitric oxide. They optimize cellular communication, ensuring your vessels respond efficiently. Second, hormonal balance. Extra virgin olive oil is an exceptional source of monounsaturated fats. These fats aren't just energy. They're the essential raw material your body uses to synthesize hormones, including testosterone. Testosterone is critical for energy, muscle mass, mood, and of course, male drive. Without the right building blocks, hormone production can become imbalanced. By consuming these healthy fats, you're giving your endocrine system the support it needs to stabilize. Finally, there's a synergistic bonus. These same fats facilitate the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K. These vitamins are vital for countless processes, from immune response to tissue repair. So, each spoonful of olive oil isn't just working on one isolated area, it's creating a positive ripple effect, strengthening your body at a fundamental, cellular level, and building a more resilient foundation for your overall health. Now, knowing how it works is one thing, but knowing how to take it for the best results is another. Over the years, I've learned that it's not just what you take, but how you take it that makes all the difference. I've seen men go out and buy a bottle of extra virgin olive oil after hearing about its benefits, only to come back weeks later saying, "Doctor, I'm not feeling any difference." And when I ask how they've been using it, I find they've been drizzling it over dinner, mixing it with heavy foods, or worse, using low-quality oil that was stripped of its nutrients before it even reached their kitchen. The truth is, the method matters as much as the ingredient itself. If you want to feel the full impact, the first rule is quality. Choose 100% pure extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed, Single origin, stored in a dark glass bottle to protect it from light. If the label doesn't say those exact words, keep looking. The second rule is timing. Take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, before coffee, before breakfast, before anything else passes your lips. This allows your body to absorb the powerful polyphenols and healthy fats directly, without interference from other foods. In the safe space of my office, I hear stories that many men keep locked away. They talk about the frustration of craving an intimate connection, but feeling their body hesitate. They share how, to avoid discomfort, they start making excuses, pulling away from situations that once brought them joy. The fear of their body not responding becomes a constant shadow. And what I want you to understand is that this is never just a physical issue. It's an issue of identity, of feeling whole. When circulation slows, the first domino to fall is confidence. The next is the quality of your intimate connection. Then often comes the desire to socialize, the energy for your hobbies, your overall well-being. I've seen men stop feeling like themselves, which led to distance in marriages and friendships. But I've also had the privilege of watching them rediscover their strength, taking small but consistent steps to restore their vitality. This isn't about vanity. It's about connection with your partner, with your friends, and most importantly, with yourself. It's about the joy of feeling capable and present in every moment of life. This morning ritual is far more than a physical solution. It's a message you send to yourself every day. I care. I'm taking care of myself. I'm still in control. Each spoonful is a vote of confidence in yourself, a choice to nourish your health, rebuild your confidence, and live a richer, more vibrant life. And here's the truth. This change is visible. It's not just something you feel. Your partner feels the difference in your connection. Your friends see you more engaged and energetic. The people around you don't just see a healthier man. They see a man who's more present, more vibrant, more whole. And that's the transformation that truly matters. Of course, every tool has its limits, and even something this powerful works best when used wisely. So, before you start, there are some important things you need to know to ensure it's safe and truly effective for you. Over my 2 decades working with men's health, I've learned something critical. No matter how natural or beneficial a remedy might be, it's never a one-size-fits-all solution. I've had patients eager to start this morning ritual right away, but before I give them the green light, we always have an honest conversation about safety. Because while extra virgin olive oil is one of the healthiest foods on the planet, there are still situations where you need to proceed with caution. If you have gallstones or certain digestive issues, taking olive oil on an empty stomach can cause discomfort or even trigger a problem. If you're on medication for heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or other chronic conditions, it's essential to consult your doctor first. Even natural compounds can interact with prescription drugs in ways you might not expect. And if you've been diagnosed with severe vascular disease or advanced erectile dysfunction caused by nerve damage, you need a comprehensive, personalized treatment plan. This alone won't replace that. Another point to remember is quality. I can't stress this enough. Using low-quality blended or refined oils isn't just less effective, it can be harmful. Cheap oils are often stripped of their beneficial compounds, sometimes even contaminated. The benefits we're talking about come only from high-quality, cold-pressed, single-origin, extra virgin olive oil stored properly to protect its potency. I also advise my patients to listen to their bodies. If you feel any discomfort, start small, half a teaspoon, and build up gradually. If it continues to bother you, take it with a light piece of toast instead of on an empty stomach. The goal is to help your body, not overwhelm it. When approached with the right knowledge, this ritual can be a safe and powerful addition to your lifestyle. And when you combine safety with consistency, you set yourself up for the kind of results that truly last. We could stop here, and the olive oil tip alone would be transformative. But what if we could take it to the next level? There's an addition to this routine, a simple but game-changing detail that separates good results from great results. Over my practice, I've noticed that the men who see faster, deeper changes are the ones who understand a key principle. It's not enough to consume the nutrient. You have to optimize its delivery. They pair the spoonful of olive oil with an action that acts as a catalyst for circulation. It's a step so easy, most people overlook it. But when you do it right after, you're setting the stage for your vessels to expand and your body to distribute those powerful compounds effectively. That step is movement. And no, you don't need to become an athlete. Just 5 minutes of a gentle walk, ideally outdoors. Think of the olive oil as a valuable package, full of essential nutrients for your vascular health. The walk, at that moment, acts like an express delivery service. It activates your circulation, working as a pump that sends this nutrient-rich blood to every part of your body, especially the most delicate and vital areas. This allows your endothelium to fully absorb the polyphenols and healthy fats, maximizing their effect. In short, the olive oil nourishes, the walk delivers. Together, they form the perfect partnership for better circulation, more energy, and revitalized performance. Gentlemen, we've covered a lot together. From understanding why circulation slows after 60, to uncovering the overlooked power of extra virgin olive oil, to seeing exactly how and when to take it for maximum impact. We've talked about the science, but more importantly, we've talked about what this really means for you. Your health, your confidence, your relationships, and your quality of life. I've seen men walk into my office feeling frustrated, defeated, and unsure if things could ever change. And I've seen them leave months later with a spark in their eyes, standing taller, living with more energy and pride. This is more than a teaspoon of olive oil. It's about proving to yourself that you still have the power to shape your own future. It's about reclaiming the parts of life that make it worth living and refusing to let age dictate your story. So, start tomorrow morning. Pick up that spoon, choose quality, be consistent. And if you can, follow it with a few minutes of movement. You'll be giving your body the tools it needs to heal. And you'll be sending yourself a message every day that you're still in control, still strong, and very much alive.